And no flag for Johannes Thingnes. Is he going to bow to the king? I think probably not. He's done that, and he won't even be able to see the king. The fog is so thick here as he comes down into the Holmenkollen stadium. Another win, number 19. Could the season have gone any better? Not really. The only pursuit he lost was really down to the skis. A really icy day in Le Grand Bonnat, and everyone on Fischer struggled that day, and he had the lead when it all went wrong. But today he's got it right. He misses one on his penultimate shoot, but he made sure on the last shoot he missed today. It was the penultimate shoot yesterday. This is a brilliant result worth celebrating. Well done, Nicholas Hartweg of Switzerland. He gets his second podium of the season, only the second of his career, and he has a very, very rosy future ahead. What we need now is 3 other Swiss at his level so they can challenge the Norwegians. Christensen, from 15 seconds, he hangs on. He was chased hard by Filmé, who wanted a second podium here in Holmenkollen. He dug very deep, but the Frenchman has to settle for 4. Leigrid down in 5. He ends the season in 2nd place. And Ponsaloma once again shows what an incredible skier he is. 4 misses, and he's still up there in 6th place, ahead of Thingnes Boe, who missed late on in the race. That cost Thingnes on that last shoot, and no recovery from an extra penalty loop. Seppala, yeah, if he can improve the shooting by, what, 3 or 4%, that's all, he will be challenging for top 3 finishes, and 2 Swiss athletes in the top 10 for the first time this season. Simoneda.
Yeah, I'll be pleased with that one.
Wow.
Simoneda hitting 20 out of 20 again. That's a phenomenal performance from the Austrian.
Yeah, his shooting stats, the percentages are high. The percentage of grey hairs on his chin is increasing. He could be white by the time he finishes his career, but so good to see him in that sort of form. Only 1:15 behind. Again, he hits 20 out of 20 to beat much faster men like Rastaguyevs and Fabian Cloud. What a race. What a race. You know, is it boring that Johannes Thingnes is winning all the time? I don't think so. When you're a legend and you're setting records, everyone's enjoying it.
Everybody is in admiration. Speaking to some Norwegian people, all they say is, we are just absolutely in awe of this man, and how does he keep on doing it consistently in a sport like biathlon? And that's the key thing, like biathlon. Biathlon is unpredictable, notoriously so, and to be at the top consistently in this sport is a real achievement that can be separated from the likes of running or cycling.
Yeah, Jacquemelle just crossing the line. Was that celebrating because the season was over? I don't think he'll be brilliantly happy with what he's done today. He was down in 21st position, 5 misses. He is much, much better than that. But Jacquemelle hasn't managed to match Hartweg in terms of the shooting, hasn't shot clear once this season. You know, that's where that's the work he needs to do over the summer. And if he can do that, he is going to be another challenger for the top 3.
Looks a bit like Roger Federer, I just thought there. Hartweg.
Well, I completely agree. A mix of Roger Federer and Dario Cologna.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, what a legend as well to in this final race under these conditions to pull it out the bag.
Yeah. And it's foggy, and the visibility's not as good, and the shooting isn't as easy. But it's not as difficult as it is when it's windy. And I wonder whether that's played a part into Johannes Thingnes' success. The windy conditions, the race becomes much more of a lottery. And we only had a couple of windy days in Oberhof. That's pretty much all we've had all year.
Yeah, just a little bit of a sprint finish there. Florent Claude just pipping Ingenious. Ingenious, I think you pulled that one up earlier. But yeah, that was a dynamic sprint finish for the crowd to enjoy.
So the first 27 across the line. Couple of athletes who could have raced just didn't. Samuelson, you know about because he was ill. Would have been a very, very interesting race with him around because he, like Ponsaloma, can just about match Johannes Thingnes Boe for speed. And Johannes Kern is out. Kern finished the race yesterday and he was all over the place, really dizzy. Not just tired, but dizzy. And you know, they don't muck around. They'll check him out, make sure he's safe. And absolutely no point taking the risk of racing on the last day of the season. So the crowd have had a treat. They've seen their hero win. What they want this afternoon is a close-fought battle in the women's mass start.
I think they're going to want to see something from Roysland, and it's going to be her final appearance on the World Cup, so big pressure for her. And but the crowd will be satisfied no matter what, because they have had a pretty incredible display of competence there in this mass start race.
Yeah, a sprint finish between Roysland, Herman Vick and Chevalier Boucher. That would go down very well. Those three athletes all hanging up their rifles and skis at the end of this afternoon's race. And Tyrrell Eckhoff already gone, hasn't raced this year. She was sadly missed. And you know, it's very sad she's not coming back. But a new era, a new generation, lots of opportunity for those who've been so close to the top. $18 out of 20 for Johannes Thingnes, but this is the one event where ski speed makes so much difference. He had to play catch up on the first shoot. Interesting tactics on that second loop, Scott, where he didn't really chase for the front as we thought he would do, and made sure of the second five in the prone.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of a novelty of coming in first that doesn't necessarily increase the performance enough to take the risk. So I think he chose, okay, I can get close to the front, a couple seconds back, without needing to be the first guy in front of the camera. Signing signatures.
No, I think that's doping control, isn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately. I'm sure the signature signing will come.
Well, that's it from Holmenkollen for now. We will be back with the women's race this afternoon, just before 2 o'clock. I hope you can join us for that, the mass start, their final race of the season. Philip Fjeld-Andersen is going to be the last man across the line. He's been cruising, and you can see where the issues were. 10 misses. I'm not sure. We didn't get to see his shooting. Was it a rifle problem? Quite possibly. A man of his abilities doesn't usually miss 5, let alone 10. There are the men who've succeeded today. Johannes Thingnes Boe,